Good morning to all. Today we are going to learn the balance portion of our chapter 12, respiration in organism. Respiration in organism. Okay, after going to study the new topic, we will revise our previous class, about our previous class. Okay, so what all things we learned in the previous class? Yes, we learn about breathing. We learn about how do we breathe, and also we learn about respiration. We learn about respiration and how do we breathe. How the respiration means we know that all the living organisms present in the earth are respire. All living organisms present in the earth respire. Even human beings also respire, like plants, animals, all living creatures are respire. All living creatures respire. And also we know that the all living body is made up of a unit that is called one. Yes, very good, cell. That is called a cell. And also we know that each cells need air and food, need energy for what? For growing. And also then from where the cells get energy, they get energy through cellular respiration, and also they get energy through respiration. And also we know that more than two cells combine to form a group of cells are called tissues. Then each tissues are grouped into another body parts. Then like that, our human body is made up of cells. Inside our human body, there are respiratory organs, and then other important organs are present inside our body. Okay, that's all things we know. Then we learned about cellular respiration. What do you mean this cellular respiration? We know that cellular respiration means that cells need energy. So the cells get energy from where? Through respiration. The cells get energy through respiration. So during respiration time, the cells takes the energy, and also the cells break down the food. The cells break down the food with the help of oxygen inhaled from the atmospheric air. And also that respiration is called cellular respiration. Then at that time, during respiration, the cells take oxygen and break down the food, and which release energy. That type of respiration is called what? Cellular respiration. First of all, we learn about respiration. What do you mean by respiration? We know that respiration means from where we get energy from food. We get energy from where? We get energy from food. So if we eat food, if we eat enough food, so we get lots of energy. Like this, that energy is released. How the food release energy? The food release energy during respiration. The food release energy. Through respiration. The food release energy through respiration. And also we learn about three types of respiration, that is cellular respiration. Again, with the presence of with the help of oxygen, we can divide the respiration into two types. First one, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, we know that the glucose means we know that the food is present in the form of glucose. The food is present in the form of glucose. So the breakdown of glucose is taking place with the use of oxygen. With the use of oxygen. Glucose is breakdown with the use of oxygen. Then it release carbon dioxide. It release what? Carbon dioxide. Then water and energy. Water plus energy is released during aerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, there takes place with the use of oxygen. That oxygen means with the use of oxygen, glucose is breakdown and to release carbon dioxide, water and energy. Lots of energy is released during aerobic respiration. During anaerobic respiration takes place. The glucose is breakdown. Without the use of oxygen. To release what are things to release? It will release alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. Alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. The released energy, less amount of energy is released. Less amount of energy is released during what? Anaerobic respiration. Less amount of energy is released during anaerobic respiration. Okay. Next one. Once again, these are things we learned in the previous class. Once again, we will revise these portions. Then we learned about our muscles. Sometimes our muscle cells. If we do heavy exercise, like weightlifting, then heavy exercise, then if we running fast, then in that situations we need loads of energy. And also we does not breathe properly. In that situation we cannot breathe properly. So how do we get energy? In that time we know that our muscle cells respire anaerobically. So without the use of oxygen, the muscle cells respire, and also due to this we feel muscle cramps. That were things we learned in the previous class. Today we are going to learn, and also we learn about breathing rate. Then next we learn about how do we breathe. We breathe through our nostrils. Or we breathe through our mouth or our nostrils. And then first of all, if we take oxygen from the surroundings, then it passes through our nostrils, then nasal cavity, then it reaches through nasal cavity. Through nasal cavity, the air reaches the lungs through the windpipe. Then next we know that the lungs is situated inside the chest cavity. The chest cavity is like a box. Then chest cavity is like a box, and there are ribs present. These ribs protect the lungs. There are 24 ribs present, 12 on each sides of chest cavity. Then chest cavity is present below the chest cavity there is a diaphragm present, then a large muscular sheath bone, that is diaphragm. Then first of all we know that if we breathe there is two processes takes place, inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation. What do you mean by inhalation? Inhalation means if we take oxygen from the surroundings, if we take oxygen from the surroundings, then if we take oxygen, rich air in the surroundings, then that process is called inhalation. Exhalation means if we breathe out, if we give out air rich in carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, that is exhalation. These two processes taken place during breathing. Then how the ribs and the diaphragm also represents for the inhalation and the exhalation. How the ribs and the diaphragm helps for inhalation and exhalation? We know that the ribs and the diaphragms are connected. So if we inhale, the ribs, what happens? The ribs inhale, the ribs moves up and the diaphragm moves downwards. So there is a space formed in between the ribs and the diaphragm. So the air becomes filled inside the chest cavity. And also inside the chest cavity we know that there is lung situated. The lungs get proper oxygen. Then if we exhale, the ribs moves down and the diaphragm moves up. Though the space in between the diaphragm and the ribs reduces, and also the air rushes out to the surroundings through exhalation process. These are things we learned in the previous class. Today we are going to learn about an activity, a model is given in your what do we breathe out. What do we breathe out? That means what do we breathe out? We breathe out carbon dioxide. We breathe out carbon dioxide, and also we know that in our surroundings, in the atmospheric air is not contained only oxygen. It is a mixture of gases. It is a mixture of gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, then like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. So it is not a pure oxygen gas is present in our atmosphere. So and also which air we breathe out? We know that we breathe out carbon dioxide, and also we with the carbon dioxide we breathe out oxygen. With the carbon dioxide we breathe out oxygen also. So here a model is given for you to make it is used. That model show mechanism of breathing. That model shows mechanism of breathing. For all of you, read your textbook activity 10.6 and you must do the activity. You must do the model. Okay, it is very helpful for understanding about the mechanism of breathing. Okay, next one, effect of exhaled air or lime water. Here an activity is given. Here first of all we take a test tube. Then a test tube or a plastic or glass bottle. Then make a hole in its lid and fix it on the bottle. Pour some freshly prepared. Then what we do? Yes, we add some freshly prepared lime water in the test tube. Then insert a plastic straw through the hole in the lid in such a way that it dips in lime water. Now blow gently through the straw a few times. If we blow gently through the straw a few times, what happens? We know that there is bubble form. There is bubbles form. It is due to the action. We know that if we blow in, that air contains carbon dioxide and oxygen. That air contains carbon dioxide and oxygen. Okay. Then next one we know that Next here and figure is given. First of all we take a test tube. Then if we add some freshly prepared lime water inside the test tube, then if we take a plastic straw and blow gently more than 2 times inside the lime water, we can see there is a bubbles form. There is bubbles form. That is means we know that there is a carbon dioxide is also present. Here the percentage of oxygen and carbon dioxide in inhaled and exhaled air. Here we know that in our lungs, we know that inhalation and exhalation process takes place inside our body through respiratory organs. So we know that lungs is also supported for inhalation and exhalation. Here we take first of all lungs. Here we take inside the lungs exhalation and inhalation process takes place. The percentage of oxygen and carbon dioxide in inhaled and exhaled air. Here, first one inhaled air. Inhaled air, exhaled air. 21% oxygen is inhaled. 21% of oxygen. 21% of oxygen is inhaled and the 0.04% carbon dioxide. Then exhaled air, we breathe out exhaled air. Exhaled air, 16.4% oxygen is exhaled and 4.4% carbon dioxide is exhaled. Inhaled air, inhaled oxygen and carbon dioxide. Inhaled 21% and 0.04% carbon dioxide be inhaled and 16.4% oxygen and 4.4% carbon dioxide be exhaled by our lungs. Okay. Then breathing in other animals. We know that like human beings, all animals breathe, such as elephants, lion, cow, lion, cow, then goat, cat, lizard, snakes, birds, snake, birds. These all animals are breathe through lungs in the lungs present in their chest cavities like the human beings. These all animals breathe through lungs in their chest cavity. in their chest cavity. Elephants, lion, cow, dog, cat, lizard, snake, birds. These all animals breathe through lungs in their chest cavity like human beings. Then, do you know how do other organisms breathe? Other organisms, they all other organisms have lungs for breathing? No, all organisms cannot breathe through lungs. Some organisms can breathe through lungs present in their chest cavity. Okay, first of all, then some animals do not breathe through lungs. For example, cockroach. For example, we know that cockroaches are cockroaches all in all our house. We know that the cockroaches are coming out during night times. They are very safe during daytime inside in the dark places. So they are coming out during daytime. So cockroaches are also breathe, but does not breathe through lungs. Cockroach means the cockroach also breathe. The cockroach has small openings present on the sides of the wings, on sides of its body. Then how cockroaches breathe? The cockroaches have small openings on the sides of their body. Then other insects also have similar openings like the cockroaches. Other insects also have small openings. Small openings on sides of its body. Small openings on sides of its body. Other insects also have small openings on the sides of its body like cockroaches. Okay, and also cockroaches, snail, fish, like cockroaches, snail, fish, earthworms, and mosquitoes have also lungs. No, though here the cockroaches does not breathe through their lungs. They breathe through small openings on sides of its body. Then here the small openings present on the sides of the bodies of cockroaches like all insects. These like openings are present. Then these openings are called spiracles. These openings are called what? Spiracles. Then here spiracles. Then insects have a net through spiracles. We know that small openings on the sides of the bodies of some insects like cockroaches. That opening is called spiracles. In which part? From which part through the cockroaches breathe? Through trachea. Then trachea is present in all insects. They have a network of air tubes. It is a network of air tube. It is a network of air tube. Trachea means network of air tube. Once again, cockroaches does not breathe through their lungs. The cockroaches have different in their body from other animals like human beings, elephants, lizards like that. So, the body of cockroaches contains small openings on the sides of their body. So, that opening is called spiracles. And also in an insect there is a network of air tube present. That network of air tube is called trachea. Through trachea, gas exchange takes place. they inhale and exhale air. The cockroaches inhale and exhale air through which part? Through trachea. The air network of air tube present on this body of cockroaches, that is called trachea. Through trachea, the gas exchange takes place. Through trachea, gas exchange takes place. Then here, from which part the air rich in oxygen coming in cockroaches, the small openings on sides of its body, the atmospheric oxygen rushes through the spiracles, then rushes through spiracles into the tracheal tube. Then it transported to all parts of the body. It transported to all parts of the body and also reaches every cells of the body of cockroaches and reaches every cells of the body of cockroach. Then similarly, we know that they inhale the air and also there is exhalation takes place. Then the carbon dioxide from the cells goes into the tracheal tube and moves out through spiracles. Okay, once again about cockroaches. Then all organisms breathe. So all organisms cannot breathe through lungs. The organisms breathe through lungs like elephants, lizard, then lion, cows, then goat, frog, lizard, and including human beings breathe through lungs. Here, the organisms like the cockroaches cannot breathe through lungs. So its body is different from us. So the cockroach's body has small openings on each side. So that small openings are called spiracles. And also inside the body of cockroaches there is a network of air tube present. That network of air tube is called trachea. That trachea helps the cockroaches for gas exchange. That means inhalation and exhalation. So we know that during inhalation including if the human beings take oxygen rich air from the atmosphere. So like the cockroaches take air rich in oxygen from this atmosphere to the small openings on the sides of its body, that is through spiracles. Then from spiracles the air rich in oxygen reaches into the network of air tube, that means tracheal tube. Then from the tracheal tube it reaches or it is transported to every parts of body and also it transported to every cells of the body of cockroaches. Then similarly, the carbon dioxide rich air reaches out from the body of cockroaches through tracheal tube. From tracheal tube it passes through the spiracles into to the atmosphere or to outside. So in like this cockroaches breathe. The cockroaches does not breathe through lungs, they breathe through trachea. The cockroaches breathe through trachea. Trachea is a network of air tube present inside the body of cockroaches, and also through spiracles the gas entered into the oxygen rich air entered into the body of cockroaches into the trachea. Then from through trachea it is transported to each and every cells or every part of the body of cockroaches. Then here after diffusion of air, then the carbon dioxide, similarly the carbon dioxide reaches out through tracheal tube, and from the tracheal tube it transported to the spiracles to the outside of the atmosphere. In this way the cockroaches breathe. Next one, earthworm. Next one, earthworm. Next one, earthworm. We know that we already learned about earthworm in the previous chapter. So, if we know about earthworm, the earthworm also breathe. So, the earthworm breathe through their skins. Earthworm breathe through where? Earthworm breathe through skin. Breathe through skin. Earthworm breathe through skin. The earthworms breathe through skins. The earthworm breathe through where? The earthworm breathe through their skins. Then the properties of the skin of earthworm. The skin of earthworms are the skin of an earthworm feels very moist, feels moist and slimy on touching. It feels the skin of earthworm feels moist, and slimy on touch. It feels moist and slimy on touch. Then touching, slimy on touching. Then so due to this, the air can transport the exchange of gas take easily. The exchange of gas taken place through the skin takes place through their skin. Okay, so in this way the earthworms breathe. The earthworms breathe through their lungs? No. The earthworms breathe through their skin. The earthworm breathe through their skin. And also the properties of their skin of earthworms, like it feels moist. And slimy on touching. It feels moist and slimy on touching. Due to this, the earthworm breathe through skin. Due to this, the skin helps the earthworm easy to breathe. Easy way to breathe. Next is frogs. About a frog, and also the frogs have a pair of lungs like human beings. The frogs, how the frogs breathe? Frogs also present to a pair of lungs like human beings. Then they can also breathe through their skin. The frogs can also breathe through their skin, which is moist and slippery. The skin of frogs is very moist and slippery. And also the frogs can breathe through their lungs. The frogs can breathe through lungs. The frogs have a pair of lungs, and also they breathe through their skin. They breathe through skin. Then the skin feels moist and slippery. The skin feels moist and slippery. Once again, about breathing in other animals, we know that all the animals breathe. So the animals like the elephants, frog, then goat, cow, lions, etc., including human beings, also breathe through their lungs. But other animals like cockroaches, earthworm, frog, these all animals cannot breathe through their lungs. So here, first of all, we learn about cockroaches. The cockroaches can breathe. So they breathe through an organ that is called the trachea. Trachea is a network of air tube. Through that network of air tube, they breathe. How the entering of air rich in oxygen into the body of cockroaches through spiracles. Spiracles means small openings present on the sides of the body of cockroaches. Then next one we learn about earthworm. Earthworm breathe through their skin. So because very moist and slippery. It feels very moist and slimy on touching. Due to this, the skin helps the earthworm to breathe easily. Next one, we learn about frogs. We learn about frogs. The frogs also have a pair of lungs like human beings. They can breathe through their lungs and also they breathe through their skin because it feels moist and slippery. It more feels moist and slippery. Okay, students. What are things we learn today? We learn about what do we breathe out. What do we breathe out? We do not. We breathe out not only carbon dioxide. We breathe out carbon dioxide and oxygen. Breathe out carbon dioxide and also we breathe out oxygen. Next one, breathing in another animals. We learn about the breathing organism, mechanism of breathing in another animals like cockroaches, earthworm, frogs. Okay, so all of you read your textbook more and more times. So let's wind up the class. Okay, okay, thank you.